All right, so we're going to talk about equations that have one solution, which is what we've been working with, equations that have no solution, which is a new way to see a solution, and equations that have infinitely many solutions. So when an equation has a one solution, it just means that x is going to equal a specific number. Your variable is going to equal a specific number. So we've got the equation here, 7x minus 3 equals 5x plus 5. And we're going to go through and solve it because I wanted you to see what that looks like with the way that we solve things. So we've already distributed. We're going to go ahead and I'm going to draw a line through here just so that we can go through and sort, because when we sort, after we've sorted, when we've got that one step equation, you'll be able to see how we can tell that it has one solution. So we're going to go ahead and we've got 7x over here. Okay. We have got negative 3, which is going to go over here and become positive 3. We've got our 5x, which is going to come over here and become negative 5x. Okay. And we have got 5 here, which is going to just come straight down and just stay 5. Okay, when I simplify it, I'm going to go through and I'm going to say 7x plus negative 5 is going to be 2x. Okay, we're going to bring our equals down, and we've got 3 plus 5, which is going to be 8. And then we're going to do 8 divided by 2, which is going to mean that x equals 4. So in this case, x has a very specific solution. We know just through our division. You're going to have to excuse me. I am trying to do this video with a dog in my lap, so my computer is on top of the dog. But what we've got here is we've got 8 divided by 2. X equals a very specific number. We said that in order for this statement to be true, x has to equal 4. So in this case, these are the type of equations we've been working with where they only have one solution. We know that there's a specific answer. The next one we have is something called no solution. So we're going to go ahead, and it looks really similar to the other problem, but the difference is you're going to see that nothing that we do is going to be able to make this true. So I'm going to go ahead and bring down my 7x. Okay, I'm going to bring my negative 3 over here. It's going to become positive 3. Okay, I'm bringing my 7x over here. That's going to become negative 7x. Okay, and then I'm going to bring my 5 down here. So we're still going to solve this as usual. We're just going to show you what happens. So I've got 7 plus negative 7x, and that just becomes 0. Okay, this is what we call a zero pair because we're saying these are two numbers that are going to cancel each other out because they're the opposite numbers. We've got a positive and a negative, and they become 0. I'm going to put my equals. Okay, and I've got 3 plus 5 equals 8. Well, if you look at this, there's never any time that 0 is going to equal 8. So this is not a true statement. We're saying there's no way ever that this is going to be true because when we solve it, we end up with 0 equals 8, and 0 is never going to equal 8. So this is just saying, okay, there's never a true solution to this. No number that we put in for x is ever going to make this true. The next statement that we have is something called infinitely many solutions. And with infinitely many solutions, it's one where we say, okay, no matter what number you put in here, it's going to make it true. And here's what that looks like. So we said one solution is going to say, well, x equals a number, a very specific number. We're saying no solution means that we've got two different numbers down here. And the way that we solve it, it's always going to be 0 equals another number. Well, we know 0 doesn't equal another number. 0 just equals 0. With infinitely many solutions, it looks even more different. So I'm going to bring down that 7x. Okay, I'm going to put my negative 3 on the other side. It becomes positive 3. Okay, I'm going to bring that negative 3 down here. And I'm going to go ahead and bring that positive 7 over here, and it becomes negative 7. Okay, in this one, we're going to go through and solve. And we're saying, okay, negative 7x plus, or 7 plus negative 7 is going to be 0. And again, remember, we have those 0 pairs, which means they cancel each other out. We've got 3 plus negative 3. So again, that is another form of 0 pairs because we're saying it's just opposite numbers. 0 equals 0. So with infinitely many solutions, no matter what I put in there for x, we're going to have the same thing equal. So we'd say there's so many solutions because no matter what number I put in for x, these two sides are going to be equal. So when we do the way that we solve, we're going to have 0 equals 0 every time because those 0 pairs are going to cancel each other out. So we're saying that's how we'll know if we have end up with a 0 equals 0. That is our infinitely many solutions. 0 equals a different number, that's no solutions. And then x equals a number is one solution. Go ahead. What you're going to do is we're going to do a puzzle in class so that you can see if you can find any way to create 0 pairs. Another way to create where you create a one solution problem, you're going to create a no solution problem, and you're going to create an infinitely many solutions problem.